TCS or Tata Group code of conduct is one of the famous code of conducts
Yeah.
where the company give many they have many ways to help or love their family or their employees, dear employees. Like during this COVID, they announced a 5-year work from home until and unless the situation recovers. So this is a very good way of taking care of your employees. So for Tata, in one interview, Tata said that Ratan Tata said that all my employees are my family members. So if I don't look after my family members, who will look after them? So there are many opportunities that Tata gives to their employees, like equal opportunities, where there is no way of judging them or don't not giving them opportunities regarding their sex or race, culture, or anything. Which in some companies are a big affected way that they cannot open. So,
Yeah.
so can you change the slide, Shreya?
Yeah. So this is the code of conduct, है ना? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So the next slide is I'm going to explain as
Very important. Very
Shivani
important.
explained bribery, one of
Yeah.
the most uh,
Famous
enlightened
case. Yeah.
bribery cases
Yeah.
in
The
the world.
Siemens bribery
A
scandal.
171-year-old company who
Hmm.
was uh, evicted of bribery.
Hmm.
So I would like Shreya, please play the video, please.
So class, please write the Siemens bribery. The Siemens bribery scandal.
Tonight, we will be examining the Siemens bribery scandal. But first, a little bit of background. Siemens AG is a German multinational conglomerate and the largest industrial manufacturing company in Europe. It was founded over 170 years ago. It employs about 380,000 people and had revenues in excess of 80 billion for the last 3 years. It also developed a corrupt organizational culture in which hundreds of millions of euros were put into slush funds that were then used to pay bribes in order to obtain lucrative contracts. In November 2006, Siemens auditors completed a confidential report that detailed a number of payments that were impossible to verify. They could not identify who received the money or what services were provided. The suspicious payments made from 2000 to 2006 totaled 1.3 billion euros. In January 2007, the company paid a 418 million fine to the European Commission because the company was accused of heading a cartel that was dividing up the market for power station equipment. In October 2007, the company paid a 201 million euro fine related to bribery in its communications equipment business. Various senior executives were accused of committing bribery. These executives were prosecuted or resigned. So that brings us to the question for tonight. Why did executives ignore the anti-bribery regime? When you look at the 2001 Siemens Business Conduct Guidelines, it had very clear anti-bribery provisions. These were agents agrees to comply with the requirements of the anti-corruption laws applicable to the parties. Another provision read, no employee may directly or indirectly offer or grant unjustified advances to another in connection with the business dealings, none in monetary form nor some other advantage. So, despite these policies, no appropriate action was taken against the perpetrators. The Siemens Business Conduct Code was effectively a paper program and ineffective to stopping corruption. Siemens also had a corporate culture which held the following beliefs when it came to bribery and corruption. Firstly, everyone does it, and it's simply part of doing business in some countries.
Yeah, everyone does it.
I did it for the company. I didn't
I did
put
it
any
for the
money in my
company.
own pocket.
Yeah, I did it for
Thirdly,
the company.
only because Siemens is listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah,
And finally, the US government supports Siemens competitors, especially General Electric.
yeah,
The executives and the employees bought into these four myths, which simply does not hold true in a world of anti-corruption.
yeah.
So what did the CEO do to show that there's a zero tolerance policy?
Yeah.
Well, the steps taken by Siemens was Siemens cooperated with the authorities. The company was fully cooperative in all phases of the investigation with law enforcement.
Yeah.
Fighting
So
any
the
criminal
company
charges
cooperated.
would
The
be
company cooperated
imprudent
with
given
law
the growing
enforcement.
volume and evidence against the company.
Yeah.
So the result of the criminal investigation would help Siemens from a reputational and a financial perspective.
Yeah.
So in essence, Siemens was very transparent and disclosed all information to the Departments of Justice and the SEC. Secondly, Siemens started an independent investigation. Siemens appointed independent advisors to lead these investigations to conduct an independent and comprehensive investigation to determine whether anti-corruption regulations have been violated and to conduct an independent and comprehensive assessment of the compliance and control systems of Siemens. The CEO appointed a premier law firm and Deloitte Forensics to lead these investigations. Siemens also set up an internal investigations project office to ensure the success of the investigation. The company set up an amnesty program for current and former employees to gain additional information and evidence. The company implemented an effective corporate compliance program. The company retained an independent compliance monitor for 4 years post the scandal to oversee the continuous evaluation of the compliance. Siemens implemented anti-corruption training programs. The company introduced an all-encompassing anti-corruption handbook. The company implemented a whistleblower line. The company strengthened internal audit function and internal policies and procedures. The company further implemented a supplier code of conduct so that suppliers share similar values and compliance issues to Siemens. And finally, the company implemented a corporate disciplinary program to evaluate allegations of misconduct and to determine appropriate disciplinary actions.
Yeah. So there is an evaluation committee also. He said in the end that there has to be an evaluation committee. So we'll be also looking at the top management and the committees today. Okay.
And
Thank
this
you.
concept was also taught us in HR, that how a company faces this type of problems when their internal people, their family members go against their company for their own greed. So, nevertheless, the company has to take some serious measures
That's the evaluation.
regarding to evaluate what to do next, because this Siemens is a very big company, 171-year-old company, has a tons of reputation, and it takes a second to destroy it, or some second of paperwork to destroy it, or bribery.
And this particular law is also very stringent. That is Prevention of Corruption Act. POCA, POCA. It's called POCA, Prevention of Corruption Act.
So as we saw the Nirav Modi case, where two people were responsible for that 9,000 crore transaction to Nirav Modi's
So it's all Corruption Act.
Without any legal paperwork, and they also got a good pay cut from that 9,000 crores. So
correct.
This is a situation where the company has to not only cut off the bad roots and they
It's
have
not
to.
only the company, it's only the it's also the
Yes,
people who
ma'am,
are
they have to.
appointed to represent. Even the case that we handle, that is IPL also, it was not only Mokoka was inducted, into that particular suspect. Like, he was just accused of not only Mokoka but also POCA, that is Prevention of Corruption Act. Also, because once you are employed by an Indian, entity for playing for that particular, so they say that if you are found with this means that you are corrupted. So then we had to, almost all the rules we had to negative. We have to advise in such a way that it comes out of everything, not only one stringent law which is good, but also POCA, that is Prevention of Corruption Act. So yes, these are very stringent, not only for corporates but also entities who play or or work for the government, playing for a country or whatever. So very important it is. Who's the next speaker now? Who is the next speaker?
Dhruv.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, class, I have one question from all of you. Is there any person in our class, like I seriously feel that we all born with a golden spoon, not only the silver spoon. Is there any person whose parents, like, told no, go and work, like at the age of 14 or 15, like before that also? Is there any person in the class? May I get the answer from anyone? Hello? Guys, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Dhruv, you are audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, so I asked one question. So is there any answer? Like, is there anyone who faced that kind of situation?
Yeah, in those days it was like, once they are 17, once they start 18, they 17 they start appearing for all these things and they walk out of the home in search of a job. By 18 they join organization. Now it's not the case. Even at 2029 they don't even, they think still we having time, so this is the result of all the globalization, industrialization effect, because people are still having some other work also that they do from home, so they don't have to target a particular employment. So Dhruv is
Exactly.
talking about if anybody from the class who had this experience of their people at home working at the age of 17.
I guess
Him.
no one. I
Mm.
guess no one. That is the reason, like, why we are here and why I told that we are born with a golden spoon. So there is a very, very big problem of child labor in our country, which is like actually a disaster right now. Still, people are not understanding the value of the knowledge, education, and anything. So first of all, in our country, what is the definition of, like, for child labor law? What is the particular age I am talking about? So first of all, any work carried out to determine and engage children between the age category of 5 to 14 years, it is comes under child labor law. This is, which is illegal. And even after that also, which in 2016 only, it again the rule was changed, that at okay, then people can work in the age between of 14 to 18 years, but there is a prohibit that they are not going to work in any kind of occupation which is hazardous.
Yes.
And after that, can you see on the screen there is a number which is 1,44,783 children.
Yeah.
Can anyone tell, like, this number, like, tells what, like, what this number is? I guess no one is aware about it, but these are the number of kids, these are the number of children who are rescued under the project scheme named as National Child Labor Project Scheme, under which this number, like, this is a huge number, 1,44,000. This is not at all less, which are rescued. And if we talk about which states have the major child labors, are West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. Even not only this, people said that child labor are forced, but even parents over there, like in the West Bengal, MP, and UP, they sell their children to go and work. They just go for the housework chores and everything. They just get some 10,000 rupees and they just literally sold the children to the uh, big entities. And if I like, is there any solution for this? Like, what we can do in this thing? No one knows, right? So there is one institution named as Pencil, which name as Platform for Effective Enforcement for No Child Labor. Like,
Please
there
write
is,
down, class. Please write down in your class assignment. I need to see this word. Pencil.
And I guess
Please mention that entire pencil
I,
stands for.
platform for effective enforcement for no child labor.
Yeah,
I guess,
platform for enforcement of no child labor.
yeah, I guess no one have noticed this small I in this pencil. Like this
Yeah,
is not at an error. This is an word like which this institute actually happens. So, like you ever like thought that government was taking some kind of initiative, but do you know what? Within a year, like in 2018, it was launched. And up to 2019, only 1,000 cases only reported. Can you imagine that people are not at all aware like where to report, what to report? Like everyone over here is going to any kind of tapri for like having tea or something like that. But have you ever noticed there are a lot of chotus are there? You just call them like, yeah, chotu, ek coffee leke aana ya chai leke aana. But you ever thought what is actually happening with him,
yeah,
how that person is actually treating
yeah,
him? You never
yeah,
ever bothered.
yeah.
I seriously appeal that you should, you should go to this website and
Mm,
report these kind of cases so that at least we give to the society in a some real manner.
yeah,
Okay, and there is one photo like this is so heart touching thing like how these kind of small children. I don't think that these children are more than 6 or 7, not more than that, but still they are doing these kind of work. Okay, so next, okay, Shreya, can you please, yeah.
yeah.
So now I will talk about this Bhopal gas
Tragedy.
yeah,
Tragedy.
tragedy. Sorry, I'm really sorry, ma'am, for the
No
uh,
issues, no
yeah,
issue.
for the
It's a
spelling error.
tragedy.
Yeah, ma'am,
Class, it's a
it was
tragedy.
tragedy. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
happened in 1984. So first of all, have you any like you have any idea what this tragedy is all about? Like anyone can speak something on it?
Can I speak?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
If the class doesn't speak, I'll speak, okay?
Sure, ma'am.
It's a gas tragedy, Dhruv.
Whoa.
Gas
What
leak,
it
we
is?
can say.
Yeah, but
Bhopal
what
So
gas.
happened? What happened? Come on in the class, somebody say, please. We are going to ask you this question, huh?
what kind of like how big this tragedy was, like why this is so much big, like this is the most like biggest industrial disaster ever had in
And it
the
went to the
world.
International Court of
Yes,
Justice also.
yes,
The
ma'am.
case went to International Court of Justice. India as a country was held responsible for lenient laws wherein no hazardous substances law is now amended because of this tragedy.
Yes,
Because of
ma'am.
this tragedy, the Supreme Court, coined the word. I'm not supposed to say, the class is
Okay, ma'am,
supposed to say.
no issues, ma'am. Okay,
But
so
come on, class.
I guess, ma'am. Okay, I'll continue then. So,
Hmm.
so in Bhopal, there is one factory in 19 situated named as UCIL factory, which is
Union
in
Carbide.
production of methane. So what happened over there was they used to produce MIC, which is a short form for methyl isocyanide gas.
Okay. Yeah.
So what happened at that period of time? That factory was having a huge capacity
Yeah.
for this production. So there is a
Yes.
huge storage of the methyl in that, and methyl is so injurious that if it comes, like it is such a dangerous poison that if anyone comes into contact of this poison, he is
Yeah.
going to go dead at the next moment. Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened in 1976? First of all, I'm going to talk about that. So in 1976, there were 4 workers who died because, and they reported that there was some kind of a leak in their tanks. But still, as a corporate governance, no action was taken. Nothing kind of any kind of action by the corporate to repair those tanks or anything doesn't happen. Then what
Yeah.
happened in 1982? There were
Yeah.
3 cases happens in 1982, that is February, August, and October. What
Yeah.
happened? In February also 2 or 3 laborers died. But as in India, what we people say, laborers are born just to die. They people like big corporate houses doesn't care about the life. They just
Yes.
care about the production and production, nothing
Productivity.
else.
Yeah.
Then what happened in August? One of the engineer died. How he died? He was just checking the well, like how it is working. Is it working well or not? He also died. Then also corporate governance doesn't like they didn't rise and nothing
Yeah.
happened to them also.
Yeah.
In October, there was a one higher authority.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
Still no action was taken. And
So
what happened in October, there was one kind of a cooler that was there, which was actually, maintaining the temperature of methyl.
yeah.
That also got, like, they stopped that cooler
Yeah.
because that was impacting a cost for the production. That also
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
So the 2nd December, night of horror, what happened at that time? So there was cleaning was going on. At that time, what happened? Methyl get reacted with the water. So at the time of cleaning, some leakages was there. As we already mentioned, a lot of scientists, engineers, everyone warned, but still corporate doesn't take any kind of action. And due to that, there was a big blast. That gas leaked. Up till then also, that was controllable up till the at the time of 2 a.m., but still, corporates, like, they didn't the high authorities never woke up and they didn't took any kind of action.
Yes.
In the morning, 3rd December 1984, that was the biggest night. On that day, millions people died. People were
Yes.
sleeping, but that air was
Oxygen.
what we say, methyl was mixed with the air, and
Yeah.
that created a cloud. Like,
Yeah.
people died at their home, at that environment, and
Yes.
that was a very very horrible. Even hospitals where those people were admitted, doctors were not at all aware like what is happening. Even
Yes.
companies, that company like UCL tried to just, hide that thing, that we don't get any kind of thing, so they didn't inform the hospital also. This is due to the methyl. People are having forms in their mouth, getting blue and green due to this poison, but nothing happened. And the
Yes.
who is the biggest culprit in this? Mr. Warren Anderson. Even I really feel that I should not give any kind of respect also to that person, because in the end, he is free. Literally, he got free. He was rescued from every case. Shreya, can you please go ahead with the next slide? Yeah. So first of all, I will talk about the now next. I will talk about the reasons. What were the reasons behind this? First of all, corporate negligence. As I've a lot of time, I mentioned that there were a lot of corporate negligence. There were a lot of complaints were happening, but nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Yes.
Then next, under maintenance. What is that meaning is that particular factory
Yeah.
needs some kind of an investment,
Yes.
needed some maintenance, but
Yeah.
just for saving few amount of money, just
Yes.
few amount of money, they didn't do any kind of maintenance which was required to the factory. Then
Yes.
there was one rule that they have to capture 50% of free storage. If any kind of accident happen, that will be controllable. But
Yes.
as a factory, they want to earn profit. They don't
Yes.
care at all what is happening, what is not. They all only care when the situation goes worst. So at that
Yeah.
time, obviously, there was no free storage and the burst
Yeah.
was happened.
Yes.
Under investment, wherever the investment was required, as I mentioned, that
Misused.
investment was required for the new pipes, new wells
Yes.
and everything. There was no investment for that. Even
Misused.
no
Yeah.
safety, safety mask or anything. Like, we
Yeah.
everyone over here is facing COVID-19. Like, we all are having at least basic mask, everyone. But that time when the
People
air
were
was
working.
polluted with the poison, they were not having any kind of a gas mask over there. And after that, I told you in the 1982 that no cooling stabilized system, like, they removed the stabilized system. Why they did that? Because they want to save the cost. And
Expensive.
what why and at that time also, if the cooling stabilized was actually at that particular time would be there,
Yes.
that action might be controlled, because they
Yeah.
have to maintain that methyl gas at the temperature of 2 to 5%. But
Very
due to
correct.
this absence of system,
Yeah.
the particular temperature was at 20 degrees Celsius, and when it come with the like reach of the water, it exploded.
Yeah.
And faulty well, one of the engineer died due to that, and that faulty well
Yeah.
also not get uh,
Yeah.
fixed. Shreya, can you go with the next slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
So
about the compensation and punishments? This is the last
damages.
one. I'm really sorry
Damages.
for taking so much time. uh,
Exemplary damages.
yeah, yeah. So first of all, company had to pay 470 million USD
Hmm.
to all the labors and everything. But can
Yes.
you imagine, is it the sufficient amount for the million of deaths? Not at all.
Hmm.
And what happened, like, there were two major cases against Mr. Warren. That was manslaughter case, and ATCA, Alien Tort Claims Act, which was going in USA, which is under Sahu versus Union.
Yeah.
And after that, one was totally free, and in the 2014 he died free. Like there was no case, nothing happened
Yes.
with him. But in
Without any.
India, there were 7 officials sentenced jail for 2 years and penalty of 1 lakh rupees.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry for taking so much time, because this case was very, very important to discuss.
Yes.
Now, whistleblowing is going to be discussed with by Ruhi. Ruhi, can you
Yeah.
please take over?
Yes, yes, thank you,
Yeah. So
Dhruv.
one second,
So,
Rui.
with,
1 second, Rui.
yes, ma'am.
I would like to connect Dhruv's excellent example to today's module of public enterprises, which we took today. What do you mean by a public enterprise, and what are the mismanagement issues that corporate like public enterprises does? So this is what we did in the theory of agency, wherein people are not responsible. They feel okay. He told just now, it's just a labor who died. So what is a big issue, right? So these are the public enterprises which was being mismanaged, and now we are having stringent provisions of law where compliances of all the labor legislations have to be, especially the Factory Act. We call it that's the Factory Act, wherein hazardous, the polluter pay principle has been introduced by the Supreme Court, and thereby exemplary damages can be claimed by the people who are aggrieved by such safety laws being, what do you say, if the safety laws are not being obeyed by the corporates. Okay, so Whistleblower Protection Act, another important question for your exam. Ruhi is going to speak. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, Whistleblower Protection Act 2014 and Amendment 2015. So, first of
Yeah.
all, who is whistleblower? A
Yeah.
person who raises his voice any illegal act done by another
Yeah.
person. So, there
Yeah.
are two types of whistleblowing. First is
Yeah.
internal, in which
Yeah.
a person report misconduct to another person within an
Yeah.
organization, and
Yes.
other one is external. A
Yeah.
person report misconduct to another person outside the organization, such as law
Yeah.
enforcement or to maybe media.
Yeah.
Shreya?
Yeah, media. Yeah.
So, Whistleblower Protection Act 2040 aims to provide the protection to the people who provide
Yeah.
information about the corruption or misuse of the
Yeah.
power by a public servant. They
Yeah.
also hide the identity of the whistleblower. They provide
Yeah.
police protection.
Yeah.
But after having Whistleblower Protection Act 2014, more than 15 whistleblowers have been murdered in the past few years for exposing corruption on the basis of
So
information obtained under the RTI Act.
So please, class, write down the Whistleblower Protection Act 2014. People are
Yes.
not safe when they're reporting the matters to the higher
Yes.
ups. Hai na?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, as many were case, Amendment Act was needed. So, Amendment Act 2015 came into the picture.
Yeah.
So, Whistleblower Protection Act 2015.
Amendment Act. This has been amended. Yeah.
Even if the purpose is to disclose acts of corruption, misuse of power, or criminal activities. Then also, another important thing is whistleblower protection
Correct.
act
Yeah.
2015 has been obtained under the RTI Act. So there is a video on whistleblower which is based on Infosys case. So Shreya, can you play that video?
Yeah. The team was excellent. They have made a
Can you
nice
see the
project.
screen?
Yeah. Shreya. Yeah.
बम पटाखे
No.
Ma'am, can you see the screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
But not the video, Shreya.
Okay, wait.
चला के उसका एक हिस्सा जख्मी कर दिया था। उसकी जो पूरी
Whistleblowers are back in news with the latest allegations by a group of anonymous employees of Infosys who have raised a complaint against the management for indulging in financial irregularities. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is currently probing allegations against the company, while market regulator SEBI has requested additional information on the matter. Let's take a look at how is whistleblowing defined under the law, historical incidences of whistleblower reports, and what has been the impact of such reports coming to limelight. The Whistleblowers Protection Act 2014 is an act to establish a mechanism to receive complaints relating to disclosure on any allegation of corruption or willful misuse of power by any public servant, and to inquire into such disclosures and
willful disclosure
against victimization of the person making such complaints. While the Companies Act defines whistleblowing as an act aimed at drawing the attention of stakeholders to instances of unethical practices in an organization, all listed and public sector firms need to have a whistleblower policy that actually outlines procedures and recourses available to complainants. Now, this is not the first instance of a whistleblower allegation at Infosys. This is at least the third time in 2 years that unidentified persons have alleged unethical practices by the leadership of Infosys. In 2013, Infosys had paid $34 million to end a U.S. investigation related to visa misuse that was brought to light by another whistleblower. While in 2017, anonymous whistleblower had alleged irregularities in Infosys' $200 million acquisition of Israeli software firm Punaya. Founder Narayana Murthy also raised questions, and this was followed by the then CEO Vishal Sikka to quit. However, both internal and external inquiries into Punaya deal later cleared Sikka of any kind of misconduct. Some other famous whistleblower cases in India were of Satyendra Dubey in 2003, who accused his employer NHAI of corruption in highway construction projects in India. He was assassinated on November 27, 2003. Shanmugan Manjunath, former manager at Indian Oil Corporation Limited or IOCL, who spoke against adulteration of petrol. He was also shot dead on November 19, 2005. Vijay Pandare, belonging to the irrigation department in Maharashtra. He blew the whistle on Maharashtra irrigation scam of 2012 that had led to the resignation of Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar. Now, these past incidences suggest the need for stringent laws to protect the whistleblowers. We spoke to Sanjeev Kumar, partner Luthra & Luthra law firm, who feels that the whistleblower complaint has brought into light distressing unethical practices stated to have been committed by the senior-most executives of Infosys. He feels this is all the more shocking, keeping in view that its former CEO, Vishal Sikka, in 2017 had resigned after a tussle over corporate governance issues with the founder of the company. He also adds that this makes them ponder whether the regulatory mechanisms are strict enough to dig deep into the recesses of big organizations. While on the other hand, the Bengaluru headquartered firm Infosys had said that it has complied with its whistleblower policy through placing the complaint before the audit committee of its board. Now, this is a developing story, and we await the results of the investigations. And we at Money Control will keep you posted as always.
85%.
So, ma'am, I would like to thank to all of you patiently listen to us, and again, thanks for giving us an opportunity. And I'm really sorry for taking so much time.
No, it's an
I'm
important
really
question for
thankful to all
exam.
of
All
you
the issues
patiently.
which you spoke today is your syllabus for your exam. I hope the class is taken down. That is public enterprise, and what are the governance aspects in public enterprise, how mismanagement happens, and we had concentrated on two important topics which you will find in your Q force also, that is bribery and child labor. So these are the issues that Indian corporates face. Thank you so much. So let me share the screen. By the time I will request the class, the class, the students to be called for randomly, the names to be given.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, shall I
Yeah,
start?
yeah. Please, along with the observers, they will be there right now. Along with the observers today, they spoke extremely well, and I'm sure the class will be able to answer the questions today we trained. After that, I need to start an important concept. So please call out the names fast, Rhea.
Ma'am, Tejas Gurajapalli.
Teja.
Tejas Gurajapalli. Teja Gurajapalli, yes, ma'am. Teja.
That's Teja Spartan.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Teja is for interview, I suppose. He's for interview. He informed and went.
Okay, ma'am. Then Vivek Srivastav,
Come on, please take the name fast.
Shreya Rai,
Shreya. We're going to write down these names now in my book. Yeah. Yeah.
Sagar Raut,
Where is Shreya? Please say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Come on.
Yes, ma'am. You called.
Yes, you have to be on
Ma'am,
screen.
just hold on for a second, ma'am. Just hold on for a second.
Yeah, so you can continue.
Shalin Sharma,
Yeah.
Shivani Jambolkar,
Shivani Jambolkar. Lokar, come on, come
Siddharth
fast.
Singh, Saurabh Bengnani,
Huh?
Shruti
Saurav.
Ghadi.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Saurav. See, we have selected your name in the interval, so please be there fast. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Shrishti Sachdeva,
Srishti
Surbhi Vyas,
Sachdeva, come on fast.
Gopal Gupta.
Gopal Gupta. I saw all your names while correcting papers, so I need all of you there. I have not yet entered the marks.
Preeti Gaikwad,
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanya Sinha,
Yeah. Preeti, come on the screen, please, fast.
Suraj
Yeah.
Jaiswal,
Yes,
Suraj
ma'am.
Jaiswal.
Yes, ma'am.
Dilip,
Come on fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm there. Dilip.
Come on fast.
Shruti Kadam,
Who's
Shruti
Dilip?
Ghadi, Shruti Bengra, ma'am, all.
Dilip.
Ma'am, here, ma'am. Dilip.
Yeah, come on. There are two Dilip in the class.
I'm only one, I think.
Okay. Ankit.
Ankita Gadge,
Ankita Gadge, sorry.
Shalin Tiyasha,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Prathamesh, right? Or Prakash?
Prakhar, Prakhar,
Prakhar, sorry. Prakhar. Hello, Prakhar.
Tiyasha, Trupti Shinde, Riya.
Tiyasha.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, Tiyasha.
Hi, ma'am.
The lawyer for my last semester. Yeah. Yes. Over.
Yes, ma'am.
So come on, start. What did your friends speak today?
So I'll be. So, ma'am, you also, right? What you spoke
Don't
also.
make me ask questions. I'll be just
Yes,
asking
ma'am.
what you all
So
studied.
today's day, it was like about public enterprise ship. What do you mean by the government companies and which all are it? Like MTNL, DHFL, Bharat Petroleum, public sector companies in the corporate. The main objective of it is to achieve more equity in distribution and wealth.
I want Riya. I want Saurabh.
Of wealth, income among the citizen of country.
I want Riya. I want Saurabh.
Yes, ma'am. You also told about agency problems like possibility of conflict of interest between the stockholders and the management of the firm, as well as the meaning of the agency theory, delegation, decision making authority to the agents. Why does agency problem arises? There were two reasons given. Firstly, the incentive of the principals and the agent are not aligned. Second is the problem of risk sharing arises when principals and the agent have different risk preferences, as well as the principals may be risk adverse, but agent may be risk seeking.
Yeah.
You also told about
We also saw about the Bhopal gas tragedy and
the Bhopal gas tragedy.
We also
Yes,
saw about stewardship theory, provide a framework like stewardship theory.
Yes, ma'am.
Providing
And
a
the
framework.
carrot and stick mechanism also, ma'am.
Yes. And child labor and
also
bribery.
something about
So what
child
is the
labor.
meaning of steward?
Ma'am, also we
So
what is the meaning of
got to know
steward?
about the coda.
Provide a framework
It
for
is
categorizing
basically
the motivating of managerial behavior in various type of organization.
Yeah, correct. So what did the theory teach us?
Governance in a normal alternative to agency theory.
Yeah, correct.
And also the people are like collective minded and this pro organizational and rather than individualistic, they are also organizational and
yeah, correct.
Ma'am, stewardship theory, it's a framework which argues that people are intrinsically motivated to work for others or for other organizations to accomplish the tasks which they have been entrusted with.
Very good.
It is
Is
also
it Tiyasha?
it is
Is it
also a
Tiyasha?
Yes,
contract.
ma'am.
It is
Ma'am, we
also a
have seen
contract
about
between stakeholders such as employee, customer,
Yeah,
and a company, legally complete contract which can be enforced through law enforcement system.
Yes.
Ma'am, you also told about application of agency theory, like
Yeah.
poem, like you told, ma'am, political science, organization behavior, accounting, economics, finance, and marketing.
Yes.
Ma'am, we
As
have
well
seen
as
about the
imposed
business ethics, ma'am.
fiduciary duty.
Yeah.
And was introduced by Donaldson Davis.
Hmm.
We
Oh,
have
Yeah.
seen about the business
and executive
integrity, ma'am.
manager.
Business
Correct.
integrity.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yeah.
what are
So
the bribery? We
yeah.
have seen about bribery and case study about
Yeah.
Siemens company.
Who's
Ma'am,
that? I
also
can see
about
Shalin
whistleblowing.
Sharma.
Dilip Kumar.
Shalin Sharma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Shalin, what did you learn?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah,
about
Shalin.
whistleblowing, Bhopal gas tragedy, and child labor.
Yeah, child labor, what did they talk about? Dhruv
Hello.
spoke very nicely. Child labor.
Yes,
It was not Dhruv, it
ma'am.
was
He
Soham.
even showed the
Soham.
number of children rescued under the scheme.
Yeah. So what was that he said? Pencil. What did
Yes,
pencil
ma'am.
stand for?
This
Yes,
stands
ma'am, it's
for
a
platform for
for effective
effective
enforcement for
enforcement
no
for
child
no
labor.
child labor.
Yeah. So yes, were you all aware of this pencil today?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You were
No,
aware.
ma'am.
You were
No,
aware.
ma'am.
No.
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
need to
No,
thank
ma'am.
Soham for that, na?
Ma'am,
Huh?
Dhruv,
He
ma'am.
brought in
Actually, Dhruv
something
told us
for you
about
that
that.
you can speak in one
Dhruv.
of your interviews or maybe your group discussion. What are the things happening in the economy right now? So you can talk about pencil. So that particular interviewer
Yes,
may
ma'am.
ask, what is this pencil? You know, these
Yes, ma'am.
questions will be always, linked. So whatever you know, if you speak, it will be linked. So that way is the way to target your interviews. Hai? Yeah. Come on. Shivani. Shivani.
Yes, ma'am. We even
हाँ
learned
बोल
about
बड़ा
Whistleblower Act and a video
yeah
on enforcement. Like,
yeah so what is a
ma'am, are you
whistleblower?
able to hear me?
Yeah
So
I
we
can.
even learned the whistleblower is someone who tells other people like there
I
are two
want
types of
Tanya on the
whistleblowers, internal
screen
and
please.
external.
Tanya, Soham, everybody when they are speaking,
ma'am,
when
I'm
your
already on
friends.
screen.
So
No, Tanya.
Ma'am, I'm there on the screen.
Yeah, I can see you. The other ones. Surbi or
Okay.
what is her name? SUR I can see. Yeah. Come on.
So, ma'am,
Speak.
there are two types of whistleblowers, internal and
Or I'll
external.
ask the
Internal
entire class
whistle
to be on screen, okay? If you all are not serious. Come on.
internal whistleblowers are the ones who leak the information inside the organization and let the leaders know about what is going unethical in the
It's showing
company.
only
And
28
external is
participants. 1 second. It is showing only 28 participants. Please write down the name of this 28 participants immediately. 14 one CR, 14 the other CR.
Yes, ma'am.
And now don't allow anyone enter. Don't allow anyone to enter. Please write down the names of these 14 people. And from the remaining, give me the list and call out the names. Not this 28. Other than the 28, I need the names. I need the names. Yeah. This 28 chhod ke the other. This 28, I need the names. Okay, participants. Yeah. The other ones, please come on. Please. I need 20 names from the absentees right now. The absentees right now. I need the names. CR.
Yes, ma'am. Wait.
You segregated the absentee list?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have the list.
Because we have only 4 Tuesdays left and this is not
Ma'am, I have a record of 19 people. People just left right now because you are asking questions.
No, they have to be
only
there on
19
screen
people
because this is your 25 marks is counted, no? Just not your project.
Yes.
Your present in the class also is being noted. Come on. They are not supposed to leave. Now don't allow them, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on. We are teaching corporate governance. Call the names fast.
Priyanka Harjani, ma'am. I'm saying name those who are not present. Priyanka Harjani, Rashi Mishra, Rashi Kamble, Rohan Mohanty, Ruchit Jaiswal, Shambhavi, Saurabh Singhvi.
Please call them by name. They need to appear, no? So they are absent, right?
Ma'am, they are absent.
Yeah. Please write down the names, the other CR. Those who are not appearing,
Yes,
the
ma'am, I
names
have
are...
written it.
Yeah. Give me the names. I'm recording.
Shrishti Goyal,
Hmm.
Tamanna Agarwal, Tanvi Chavan, T2 Thomas, Trushar Sawant, Vivek Lakhotia, Suman Kumar, Aishwarya Kelshikar, Smitha Kandelwal, Abhishek Jhawar, Sai Krishna, and Hitesh Jain. Ma'am, these are those names who have marked attendance. Ma'am, and now many of almost 10 people left.
Okay, fine. Okay. Now, yeah, continue, group.
Yes,
Continue.
and we learned code of conduct. Code of conduct means is a set of rules that effectively evaluate with equal opportunities. And also we saw Siemens bribery scandal.
Yeah.
A case in embatic of past and hope that it remembered and used to set up real
All those who
compliance
went away now
programs.
will be losing 5 marks, okay? Their class
saw the
presentation
agency
mark will be lost. They will be losing marks. Yeah.
We saw agency theory.
And around 5:30, they will be coming back and speaking to me. Please write in the group message. Please write in the group message. They will be coming back at 5 o'clock. Sorry, 5:30. All those names were taken now will be coming back at 5:30 and they will be answering me the questions. Yeah. Come on.
And we saw the agency theory, agency problems, and the whereas agency
Saurav.
theory meaning in
Yeah, Saurav. What did your friends speak today?
So, ma'am, there were many topics like bribery, business
Yeah.
integrity. In bribery, ma'am, approaches that illustrate the potential signs of bribery, like cognitive neuroscience, rewards, self-image, dual process theory, behavioral ethics, even the norms and the decision to engage in bribery, like the norms, biasness and rationalization, decision-making process.
Yeah.
After that, we came into child labor, the pencil, and then what are the current scenario of child labor in India, and what are the precautions the government are taking to reduce
So
child
I
labor.
started with the module on public enterprises, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What did I speak about the government companies? IPL CST in short I told, no? Independent legal status, perpetual
No, ma'am, I have
succession.
written notes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Perpetual success, limited liability,
Like at
common
least
seal.
51% of the paid up capital, share capital,
Excellent,
should be held by the state government or the central government.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah.
Then you gave some examples also like Steel Authority of India Limited.
Yeah, SAIL India
and
MTNL. Even I gave a code also.
Yes, ma'am.
How mismanagement happens in public enterprise.
You also give the example of Bhil, ma'am.
Yeah.
Bharat Heavy Electricals.
Yes, correct.
Coal
Yes.
India Limited also.
Yes, yes.
We also saw
These are
the
issues.
Protection Act's whistleblower.
These are the
Today's
issues
session we
that
also
we
studied
face.
about the
These are
Official
the
Secrets
issues
Act
we face, you know?
1923
These
and
are the issues we face
we also
with
studied
common.
about
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Ma'am,
a
you also
chapter
told
in
us about
company
the
law.
features of government companies, like
Huh.
it is a separate legal entity
Yeah.
incorporated under Companies Act 1956 and then
Yeah.
amendment in 2013.
Yeah.
Management is governed and regulated by the provision of 2013.
Yeah.
And CAGS, like Comptroller and Auditor General of India.
Huh. You appear for the exam and you become. Okay.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
very easy. When we are training you, it's very easy. Okay. Yeah.
And we also saw the Whistleblower Protection Act 2014 and Amendment Act 2015.
Yeah.
Whistleblower Protection Act, protection for the people who provide information about corruption or misuse of the power of public servant.
Yeah.
And Protection Act 2015 should not be
Yeah.
allowed to reveal any documents classified under the Official Secretary Act in
Yeah.
1923.
Yes. Now who's left to speak over
in
here?
today's session we also studied about the Bhopal gas tragedy, ma'am.
Yeah,
The
Bhopal
case.
gas tragedy. He's
Yes.
so well. He
They also
spoke to
told us
us.
about the reason why this tragedy happened, like
Yeah.
corporate negligence,
Yes, very
under
good.
maintenance, free
Yes.
storage,
And I want to
under
tell you
investment.
here, we call it as corporate negligence, but we lawyers case file the case of criminal negligence.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, criminal negligence. That is, homicide. We call it as culpable homicide, not amounting to murder. But nowadays we treat it as an intention because it was a negligent aspect which they did. So we feel that the officers who are responsible for that particular gas leakage has to be prosecuted as per the latest amendment, okay, to Factory Act, Hazardous Goods Act. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Very good. Over, all of you over. Okay, can I continue with today's? Okay, thank you so much, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll be just continuing with today's. Yeah. So let me share the screen, please. You want a break of 5 minutes? Till what time my
Yes,
class
ma'am.
is? 6 o'clock?
Ma'am, 6:15.
6:15, ma'am.
Okay, just take a 5-minute break now. 5 to 10 minutes break. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I'll just arrange.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello class, can you see my slides? Hello?
No, ma'am.
Can't see?
No, ma'am.
My slides are
You
not
have
visible?
shared, but we cannot see the slide, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. Now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, so we'll be talking about the stakeholder theory now. Okay. So we finished three theories. Very important theory, that was agency theory, and second was, which was the other theory? Stewardship theory, right? Huh? Hello class. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
We finished the stewardship theory, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
So just the captains, please see to it that those whose names they were absent, they have to be there on screen now. They have to be there on screen now. All those who went away. Still only 26 shown. We are having 60 in the class. Good, I did not give the internal marks till now, pre-midterm. Because these are the things, we just give them full marks and then they take it easily. I want all the 40 now present fast, come on. We'll just give them 5 minutes to enter. Have you given the message in the group, please? 5 minutes I'll be giving them. 5:30 they have to be all here with me now on the screen. Come on, read out the names of all the absentees. Those who were there, they have to come now. That was T2 Thomas, right? One. I've written down the names. Shreya and Soham. Ramakrishna Reddy, be on the screen, please. Rama Subramanian, please. Please say yes and come on the screen. Ramakrishna.
Yes, ma'am. Ramasubramani here.
Shalin Sharma. Shruti Gadi. Saurav Bengani already spoke right now, है ना? Suraj Jaiswal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tejas Asgaonkar spoke. Trupti Shinde, come on fast. Dilip, come on fast. Rigved Iswankar, come on fast. Preeti Gaikwad already spoke, right? Gopal Gupta.
Yes, ma'am.
Gopal Gupta. Deepti Salian.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanya Sinha spoke. Okay, the other absentees, please ask them to report first.
Yes, ma'am.
Or we'll be cutting today's class assignment for them. We'll be deducting the marks today. We are going to jot down all the absentees next 5 sessions. Next 5 sessions, we are going to jot down the absentees. Yeah, so stakeholder theory. Yeah, come on, read out.
Ma'am, who is getting full out of full?
Dhruv only.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're always there in the class, huh? So this
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
stakeholder theory. Come on, one of you who are absent, read this. One of you who I called out right now.
Ma'am, Ramasubramani here. Shall I
Yeah,
read?
come on, read out.
Ma'am, stakeholder theory. Stakeholder theory incorporated the accountability of management to a broad range of stakeholders. It states that managers in organization have a network of relationship to serve. This includes the suppliers, employees, and business partners.
You need to explain also, okay, after reading. What did you understand?
Okay. The theory focuses on managerial decision making and interest of all stakeholders.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you make it large? Zoom out.
I'm just trying the slideshow. Yeah, you just continue.
It's blocking, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Next one. Come on, read. Yeah.
So the firms, this is a example of firm stakeholders. So it consists of investors, political groups, customers, communities, employees, trade associations, suppliers, and government. These are all the stakeholders of a firm.
Yeah. So these are all the stakeholders, right? Now, yeah, the other one, come on, resource dependence theory. What do you mean by resource dependence? It focuses on the role of board of directors. The next one, come on. Yeah, hello class. Yes, class.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, speak.
Yeah, Dipti Salian here.
Yeah.
Resource dependency theory focuses on the role of board of directors in providing access to resources needed by the firm.
Yeah.
It states that directors play an important role in providing or securing essential resources to an organization through their linkages to the external environment.
Yeah.
The provision of resources
The provision of resources enhance organizing function,
enhances organizational functioning, firm's performance, and its survival.
So role of board of directors in providing access to resources needed by the firm. So what is the role of directors? One is the resource dependence theory. They are the one who will give the required resources to all the employees that, an organizational function keeps proper functioning. Yeah, next one. Yeah, the directors bring resources to the firm. What are they bring? Yeah, come on, read next people. The ones called. Yeah.
Ma'am, shall I?
Yeah.
So the directors bring resources to the firm such as information, skills, access to key constituents such as suppliers, buyers, public policy makers, social group as well as legitimacy. Directors can be classified into 4 categories of insiders, business experts, support specialists, and community influentials.
Yeah, correct. So these are the important categories of insiders. They are business experts, they are support specialists, and they are community influentials. Prakhar Upadhyay will be also coming on the screen, and I'm admitting him now. Prakhar will be coming on the screen now. Prakhar. Hello Prakhar. Come on, speak to me about what did your friends speak right now on directors? What are the category of insiders, Prakhar? Directors can be classified into categories of insiders. What are they? It's there on the screen. Come on, Prakhar. First you come on the screen. Okay. What happened to Prakhar? Dilip, where is Dilip? Where is Dhruv? Dhruv finished already and left.
I'm there, ma'am. Dilip.
Yeah, Dilip, come on. Please.
I'm 1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute.
Please make Prakar understand what are the directors classified into. They are business experts, they are support specialists, they are community influentials. है ना? They are community influentials selected as directors. है ना? Yeah, next one. Transaction cost theory. What is a transaction cost theory?
Hello, ma'am. Rigved here.
Yeah. Why were you absent?
My network issue is not there, ma'am. I'm
Okay,
traveling.
let's speak fast. Come on. So transaction cost theory states that company has a number of contract within the company itself or with market through which it creates value for the company. There is cost associated with each contract with external party. Such cost is called transaction cost. If transaction cost of using the market is higher, the company would undertake that particular thing, है ना? So that, they will just check out whether it is good for the company or not. Similarly, political theory, we already spoke in the beginning of the lecture. It brings the approach of developing voting support from shareholders rather than purchasing voting power. It highlights the allocation of corporate power, profits and privileges are determined via the government favor. So we did this as part of political aspect in government companies. Yeah, so these are the ways how a particular company is top management, middle management, and lower level management. Top management, middle management, and lower level. Where are the people on the screen? I'm not finding. Hello? CR, what's happening?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are the people on the screen? We call the names.
Ma'am, should I call it again?
Yeah, of course.
Shruti.
How can they go off like that? Our timing is till 6 o'clock. Come on. Shruti.
Shruti Tamhane.
Shruti, you will
Soham
be made
Ganguly.
absent today, okay? You'll be put absent. This is a
Prakhar
disadvantage of
Upadhyay.
online class.
Rigved.
Come on.
Shruti Tamhane.
Shruti,
Ma'am,
come
she's
on,
on the
read the
screen.
levels of management fast. Why are you going away? If I was in classroom, I would have removed you out. Come
No,
on.
ma'am, I'm present from the section.
Okay, tell me, what are the levels of management? I already spoke in the initial top management. What is the top management consisting of?
They consist of senior most executives of the organization.
Speak loudly. Speak loudly.
Top management is a team consisting of managers from different functional levels, heading finance, marketing, board chairman, president, vice president, etc. They integrate diverse elements and coordinate the activities of different departments according to the overall objectives of the organization. They are responsible for the welfare and survival of the organization. They analyze the business environment and its implications for the survival of the firm. They formulate overall organizational goals and strategies for their achievement.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you scroll?
Yeah. So, yeah, that is over. Now the middle management. Someone was called right now. Yes, please. The next one. Shruti, you will not go away, okay, unless the class ends.
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here.
Yeah, your internals.
Ramakrishna Reddy.
Yeah, Ramakrishna Reddy.
Yes, ma'am. There.
You're in Hyderabad.
Yes, ma'am. Presently, I came to Mumbai.
What do you mean by the middle level management? We already spoke. I spoke about the 3-tier system in a corporate, the top level, the middle management, and the bottom employees. Come on. What is the middle level management?
It is between the top level and the
can't
lower
see
level.
you.
Ma'am?
Come on the screen, please.
Yeah, one. Okay.
Or even I'll go off screen, okay?
Shrishti.
Shrishti, come on fast. Come on, Shrishti. Yeah, Ramkrishna, why was you taking time? It's getting recorded, your today's class.
No,
and your
yeah,
marks
I'm
will
there,
be
ma'am.
deleted, huh? Your performance in the class,
Yeah.
your internals will be reduced. Kindly note, class.
Okay.
Yeah. Ramkrishna,
Yes,
what is middle
middle
management?
It is between the top level and the lower level of the management, ma'am, where it consists of the subordinates and executives, and
Yeah.
it has it like managers like that.
Yeah.
And where it gives the it is a hierarchy organization, like where that is to the subordinates
And
to the
what is the
executive
middle
management
management
and
responsible for? Ramkrishna?
for the team leading line.
Implementing and controlling the plans.
Controlling.
Class, please
Yes,
write
ma'am.
down. Implementing and controlling plans and strategies developed by the top management. You have a question for your exam. Functions of the board. Functions of the board. They are responsible for all the activities of first line managers. They carry out the plan formulated by top managers. Yeah, come on, Ramkrishna, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now tell me the next level. What is the next level?
Ma'am?
Yeah, I had already explained to you. The last is the supervisory or the operational management.
Yes,
right? In this comes who? The actual workforce, right? The actual workforce. Yeah, Shruti? Just help Ramkrishna.
Ma'am, in the operational management, where the administration of business takes places, and it is the high level of efficiencies and the possible with the organization, where in this, the management concept converting the materials, and they can give the service to the customers or with the efforts, and it is directly where it is a supervisory directive efforts to the workforces, and here the middleman is also interacted with the supervisory
They
and
are not the
operation.
middlemen, they are the lower level. So they interact with the actual workforce and pass on instructions for the middle management to the workers. The authority and responsibility of supervisors is limited according to the plans drawn by the top level management.
Top level management.
Yeah. So CR, please. I want the other names. These are the objectives. What are the objectives of management?
Yeah. Organizational, social, and personal.
Yeah. In social comes the CSR. Okay. So from next module onwards, we'll be doing this. So what is management responsible for? What is the management responsible for? Yes.
Management is responsible for the everything, the objective which is which they are certain for achieving by the organization, and they have to execute the things what they have to achieve in a particular time or particular certain
to fulfill the economic objectives of a business.
Yes.
Also,
Survival.
They also make sure that they utilize their human resources and their capital to its optimum level.
Yeah, so that's a resources theory, right? Resources dependent theory, है Yeah, so Ruhi as the observer today, are they speaking proper, Ramakrishna and all? Yes, Ruhi. So Ruhi finished her speech and left, right?
No,
So
ma'am,
Ruhi,
some network issues are happening. She texted me regarding that.
so at least she can speak.
She's there in the meeting, but might be she's not able to listen you.
No, she has gone out. I know that.
No, ma'am, she is there. I can see.
Ma'am, she's coming and which there is some network issues at her place.
No, but she can speak, na. Yes, Shruti. So you know what Rui is doing, right? Yeah. So what is the management responsible? You all did, right? The next question for your exam is, yes, what are the important aspects of corporate governance? Profit, growth. Hana? Come on, Trupti Shinde. Profit, growth. Come on, profit. What do you mean? What is a profit? What is a profit?
Profit provides profit means like money that we like if we deduct the expenses, whatever we get in excess, it's called as profit.
Yeah, so it provides the incentive for the continuous successful operation of the enterprise. Class, I will check your class assignment. I want this 4 points. That is profit, growth. Profit, growth. Growth is, there are many indications of growth such as sales volume, increase in the product line. Social objectives, very important. Come on, speak the social objectives, Shinde. Yes. Trupti, what do you mean by, where are you? I'm not seeing you on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Trupti.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, speak
Yes,
on the
ma'am, I can
social
hear you now.
objectives. Social objectives.
So, yeah, so social objective as a part of society, every organization, whether it is a business or non-business, has a social obligation to fulfill, which is to consistently create economic value for various constituents of society. This includes environmental friendly method of production, giving employment opportunities to the disadvantaged section of
society, and providing basic amenities like schools and crèches to employees. So that the woman can join after the maternity leave. She can also go and take care of the baby's health. She can go and breastfeed in between,
So
right?
that we shouldn't yes, we shouldn't even harm our environment as well. There are people out there who are very poor, so they should be given chances as well.
So personal objectives, organization consists of different types of people who join it to satisfy their needs. Some people may be for money, some people may be for, okay, let us do something for the people, and they come across to a particular corporate. So competitive salaries and perks. Yes, peer recognition is one. Personal growth and development. Management has to reconcile personal goals with organizational objectives for harmony in the organization. So yes, this is a very important concept of a leader. Everybody has to kindly, listen to him, whatever he wants the organization to run, how it has to be done, and then only the responsibility of a manager towards customers. There are various responsibilities. Responsibility of manager towards customer. Can Shruti, what's happening? Come on, start reading. Responsibility of manager towards customer.
Responsibility of manager towards customer.
Trupti, you will not go. Trupti, you will not go.
The starting point for the business firm is the understanding of the needs of the customer, and the foremost responsibility of manager is towards the customer. He must ensure that the desired quality of product at a reasonable price is made easily available to the customers.
Yeah.
Responsibility of the manager to provide the right match between quality and price.
Yeah,
it is
so-
also responsibility of the manager to promote the products only on the basis of real and not imaginary benefits.
Yeah, so
management of a firm
correct.
should always aim at marketing the right product at the right price and the right quality.
Yeah, so very important is right price, right product, right quality, time management. We also did section 55 in Indian Contract Act, where time is an essence of contract. So if that particular product or if that goods or if that contract is not delivered on time, it is a breach of contract. It is a breach of contract. Similarly, quality, quantity, we spoke in consumer law. We spoke in consumer law. Okay. Yeah, the next one, duty, a responsibility of a manager towards customers. So next session, we'll have evaluation of corporate governance, why the corporate governance changed in the 80s, how it changed in the 80s, okay? So those students who are present in the class and they have not done their project, who would like to do this? Who would like to do this?
Ma'am, Tiash and a group already gave their name for the next assignment, next PPT, next
So
week.
what is their topic?
Ma'am, you'll say. Ma'am, you'll be.
Okay, so you can just say, Asha, you can do this changes in the 80s.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because that's the time when opening up of the world economy took place, you know. So we're having a lot of principles of international policies which is introduced by even multinational companies. Okay, so in the 1980s, why a very important topic for your module, it is evaluation of corporate governance, why governance changed in the 80s. Okay, yeah, so yeah, thank you all of you. Here I just wanted to speak about something which is, we left it in the beginning. That is, yes, we read about what do you mean by a government company. Yeah, evaluation of corporate governance we had started. Yes. Some questions, why we prohibit corruption, and yeah, this is very important. Please, one by one, I would request you all to just speak about one particular corporate example I have taken. So one by one can read out loudly so that the class will come to know what are the, what are the introduced by, what are the, point of codes or whatever we say incorporated by a very famous company. That's Gilan India. Come on. Almost all of you appear, today's observers, today's team, everybody, please come on the screen. Please come on the screen. This is an excellent example. We can conclude our lecture today. Now almost everything I taught, so it's very easy for you all to speak one by one. Come on. And those who are speaking will be getting good marks. Yeah, come on. We show mutual respect and condemn discrimination. These are the topics that they have introduced. As a medium-sized company, traditionally led by Thomas, in cooperation with Gerard Lobman, we want to create values that benefit all of us, our customer, our supplier, our colleagues, ourselves, and all public authorities and countries in which we are working. So these are the things that, corporate governance, how it is incorporated. So if it is a particular corporate you're joining tomorrow, so these are the aspects that they concentrate. All employees in all position and in all levels are obliged as part of their job to know, to internalize, and to be a living example for the defined rules and code of conduct incorporated by Gillan. Yeah, so we show mutual respect. Come on, one by one start. These are the points introduced. So number one, come on. Mutual respect and condemn discrimination. An example it is.
Committed and competent employees are a characteristics of GLN.
Yeah. Every single employee will be respected as an individual. Particular emphasis is put on equality of opportunity and equal treatment of every employee. The fair and open dealing with each other, appreciation and mutual confidence are our strength. So this is how they draft it. They draft it. When you enter a corporate, whether it's an MNC, you will see these are the things that a particular organization draft. It's very easy. No employee may be discriminated against, favored, or harassed in the grounds of sex, age, religion, or ideology, color, disability, social, ethnical, or national origin. That will be coming under Atrocities Act, citizenship, or on the grounds of membership in workers' organization and political views. Yeah. The next one, come on. The next one, come. Preeti, come on, start personal dignity. Yeah, anybody.
Yes, ma'am. Personal dignity, privacy, and personal right of each individual will be respected. All types of forced labor, behavior, gesture, language, and physical contacts that are sexual, forced, threatening, abusive, or exploiting are in general forbidden. Moreover, we do not tolerate unacceptable treatment of employees such as physical duress, sexual, and personal harassment or discrimination.
Yeah, so these are the very important point pertaining to personal dignity, privacy, and personal rights. Okay, now the third one. Yeah, very important. Come on, the next one. The next speaker of today. We encourage freedom of association. Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Should
We
I?
encourage freedom of association.
Yeah.
Open communication and a direct dialogue between management and staff are the most effective method of resolving problems in the workplace, along with controversies related to compensation.
Yeah,
We must respect
compensation.
workers' right.
Yeah. So here
We
I
must
would like to
respect
say,
workers' right.
here I would like to say about the Air India pilots. No, they went to court. Okay, they went to court. So I had taken some of my students to the labor court, and a conciliation proceedings was taken place, wherein the pilots were on one side, Air India management on other side. Conciliation process, because of wanting a higher compensation. They wanted higher compensation, so they had gone on strike also. So for strike also, in the HR students will come to know, pertaining to strikes, there are illegal strikes. At times, if 30 days notice is not given, the strike. Yeah. So we encourage freedom of association. That is the trade union. Okay, that's called collective bargaining. So that particular organization is drafting it in such a way, we respect worker rights to form association or call an employee association
Or
in
call an
accordance with the
employee association
applicable laws.
applicable law.
Yeah. So these are the applicable law, that is Trade Union Act. Okay, the Trade Union Act. Yeah, it must be possible for
Yes, ma'am.
staff. Yeah. It must
It
be
must be
possible.
Yes, ma'am.
possible. Okay.
It must be possible for staff to communicate openly and honestly with management without fear of reprisals,
Yeah.
intimidation, or harassment, and to address improper working conditions and management practices.
Yeah. So we give the right to them. They can be the whistleblower. They can be the whistleblower. So today we spoke about the act, which is an important topic for your syllabus, the Whistleblower Act. Yeah. Yeah. Our wages and salary. What is that particular?
Ma'am,
Anyway. Yeah.
Our
Wages and
wages and
salary.
salaries.
Yeah.
Salaries paid for regular working hours, overtime hours, and overtime differentials shall meet legal minimums.
Yeah.
Our working hours, the maximum allowable average,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. The maximum available. That, I mean, it is as per the labor legislations, the maximum hours that they can sit and do for overtime. Now we prohibit corruption and bribery. Today's module it was, huh? Corruption and bribery. Yeah, look at that.
So can I
How they
continue?
have yeah, how they have designed.
Yeah. So we prohibit corruption and bribery. We convince our clients with our performance and good products. Each type of corruption or bribery, including illegal payments or other benefits to influence decisions, and are forbidden.
Galen employees.
Galen employees may not orientate their working activity to personal benefits which they might gain or offer or demand.
Yeah.
Common and appropriate are symbolic, sporadic, and promotional gifts of smaller value.
Gifts of higher value should be approved by the top management. Okay, gifts of higher value should be by the top management. Yeah. Okay. Very important. Today our friends spoke on child labor. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that corporate. Here it is an MNC. All these things are even undertaken by very important corporates in India also, successful corporates. Yeah. We interdict child labor. Yeah. International Labour Organization Convention.
So we interdict.
Yeah, correct.
The United Nations conventions, respectively nations law, is prohibited. Of the named standards, the strictest has to be met.
Yeah.
Each kind of child exploitation is forbidden.
Yes, so you all understood. We are following the labor laws, that is international labor legislations. Okay, because most of the corporate, I told you in the 80s, next time Tiyasha will be speaking on the 80s problem. What had happened? We had a lot of foreign direct investments, and because of foreign direct investments, we had what is that called, multinationals coming into the country. So not only the host laws, but also the guest laws are important. And therefore, we have incorporated in our labor legislations the United Nations conventions, So when you all are having chance to speak in group discussions and interview, please use all these things. Then only you will be selected, okay, for the interview. And I'm sure once you all are selected for interview, all of you will get through. Once selected for interview, the process is such that only if you're speaking properly in the group discussion, you are selected for the interview. So you need to use some special terms. You need to initiate the group discussion as a leader. And in the end round, you need to be able to summarize that. You need to be able to summarize what happened amongst you all. Got me? So yes, very important is interdict child labor. This we have incorporated from our conventions. Conventions are treaties, treaties under international law. When I train international law to my LLB, or maybe we also teach international marketing for marketing students. There we have to adhere to international treaties, the friendly country, the not so friendly country, the enemy country, all those things. So yes, we have to adhere to particularly child labor, United Nations conventions on child labor. So of the name standards, today we also learned about pencil. Your friend had brought in a very nice concept. Yes. Next one, occupational safety. These also he explained to you. He explained to you NC Mehta versus Union of India. MC Mehta, a public interest litigation was filed because of UCL, that's Union Carbide Limited. Union Carbide Limited. What did he say about it? Occupational safety and health protection in workplace. It should be top priority.
OSHA.
Yeah,
ma'am.
OSHA. Very, very important law is the OSHA. Yeah, please write down class OSHA. I forgot to mention it. It is there everywhere in corporate law. OSHA is occupational safety and health protection. Thank you. That was Siddhanta, na? Yes. So clear rules and
Yes,
procedures
ma'am.
must be followed to ensure health and safety in the workplace. Work methods and conditions that violate human rights are prohibited. And that's why you found a case against India also in the International Court of Justice when this tragedy happened. Okay. When this tragedy happened, this matter went to the International Court of Justice also. And therefore, India had to amend a lot of labor legislations. Okay. And exorbitant fines and people who are responsible. Yeah. Now, what is the next one that Gillen is responsible? Data security. Data security. Yeah. Come on, one of you. One of you hasn't summarized today's. Yes. Other than this four. Come on. Where is Dhruv gone? Where is
Ma'am,
Dilip?
I'm here only.
Where is Trupti? Where is Shruti? Where is Tanya? Tanya,
I'm
come
here,
on.
ma'am.
Tanya, what is data security?
I'm actually at my background, like there is a disturbance, that's why I muted myself.
Okay, speak. Yeah. Yes. Data. The modern information technology. Be carefully utilize
Who's
it at
that?
Gillen. Yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
I'm reading, ma'am. The
Ma'am,
modern
it
Yeah.
is the
information
duty of each
technologies.
employee to protect
Yeah.
intellectual property, like inside knowledge, confidential information, and
Company
company
secretary.
secrets when
Very, very
working on,
important.
yeah, when
Very
working
important. The
at
IPR rights.
Kelan or with,
Yeah.
yeah.
So these are the issues that we did today about convent sector. Depending on the importance, provisions for safety have to be taken. No employee is allowed to remove company property without the permission of the company. Everybody is responsible for the correct and appropriate use of the provide company's property. Now the last is yes, very important, work equipment. Come on.
Work
Work
equipment and
equipment and other items
Yeah.
are only provided for companies' purposes and have to be protected against loss, damage, or any improper use.
Yeah.
And interventions in our electronical data processing require special security awareness, and the regulations for data protection set up by our IT department have to be respected.
Yeah. So this is what Galen is saying. Now, Shrikant, where is Shrikant? I haven't seen him only. Hello, Shrikant. Shrikant, can you conclude?
Yes, ma'am.
Conclude, please. What is the last step that you will be
Hello.
taking? Yes, as a manager, as a middle level management. Yes, for Gilan, for example, you are in one of the corporate. Come on, Shrikant. Environment protection and energy efficiency, seriously, right? See, we are summarizing today's lecture. Come on, we have environment protection and energy efficiency, seriously. Where are you? You need to gain, yeah, you need to gain your 25 marks, okay? At least from the next session, all of you be ready. I want an interactive class. Yeah. Shrikant, where are you? Hi. Come on.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, don't worry, we can hear you. If you are the manager, one important thing your friends spoke, all those things, what is a very important thing you will be taking care of? Environment protection and energy efficiency. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Come on. Methods and standard.
I mean, I'll probably take care of all the methods, ma'am. The standard that has been laid out for by an organization, and whatever standard that the government has kept for the organization to follow, I probably will go through all the standards, and we'll keep that in mind. That it is
Disposal
all
of chemicals.
yes, yes, it has all been in check, and all the necessary standards has been laid down by the organization. In a prophesized manner.
Yeah.
So the second thing would be like, ma'am,
Yeah.
if the organization faces any kind of litigation, any kind of problem related to environment, that the management should at that point of time should address that kind of situation, just as we saw with the what Dhruv has said about the Bhopal gas tragedy, that if it had been controlled, if it had been taken care at the earliest point of time, I mean, we would the tragedy would have been
Yeah, yeah, correct.
avoided.
So you attended properly, Anna Shrikant?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Speak. Continue.
So going on, ma'am. So what I feel like, if suppose any organization, if they even with the whistleblowing thing also, ma'am, if suppose if in the case of taking the example of Bhopal gas tragedy,
yeah.
So if there could have been any whistleblower, just as we discussed about the whistleblower thing, that if there could have been any person who knew about that the management thing that was going on regarding that tragedy, and it would have been if he would have whistleblown regarding those tragedy or regarding those inconsistencies in the management, I think the tragedy would have been avoided.
Averted. Yeah,
So
averted.
avoided, yeah. So in this case also, ma'am, if suppose in any environmental or any kind of hazardous things that a particular organization is probably going on in a direction, it's one of the responsibilities of the management to take it care of at the earliest point of time, and even the employees, ma'am, also has a certain kind of responsibility towards this thing. If they feel that there is something irregularities, if there is something of the chart thing that is going on in the organization, they should definitely go to the to the government or any regulatory authority, and probably just tell them whatever thing that is, so that it can be avoided, ma'am.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so somebody over there, the regular efforts to be done by energy efficiency associated, that is, you need to follow the ISO, compliant energy management system. ISO compliant energy management system. So these are the basic principles of corporate governance. Yeah, we stick to our code. Legal infringements to our code of conduct can involve sanctions concerning industrial law and even result in the termination of the employment relationship. So a committee will be there, a discipline committee will be there. Even action can be taken, by the committee. Personal liability can be imposed. Fines can be imposed to the person that caused the damage, not only to the workers over there, but also to the immediate vicinity. Yeah. So this is a particular organization which you all summarized today. So I think so almost the class understood about what exactly is corporate governance, and we also saw government company, that is independent legal status, perpetual succession, limited liability, overall the personality of a company we saw, but we also saw how they have to maintain that particular personality, and it should not be lifting the corporate wheel in the court. Nothing should happen that the matter reaches the court and the court lifts the corporate wheel. person responsible for that particular company cannot be arrested, though it's a legal person in the eyes of law. Company cannot be arrested, though it's a legal person in the eyes of law. So naturally, lifting the corporate will take place. Hai na? The disadvantage of being a corporate. Advantage is independent legal status, perpetual succession, limited liability, common sale. But the disadvantage is, ये सब भूल जाएंगे. कोर्ट के पास जब केस आएंगे, the court will lift the corporate will, and that particular person who is responsible for the that criminal negligence will be prosecuted. So these are the things we saw in your module of corporate governance and public sector. Okay, thank you, class. Thank you, all of you.
Thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
So I think
Thank you, ma'am.
so please, Tiasha and group, I know Tiasha is an extremely nice speaker. So next session will be extremely nice. We'll be concluding with the corporate governance. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Tiasha, just interact with me and I'll guide you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Yeah, and you're going to be a
Ma'am,
lawyer for this
Tiasha was
session.
with you since last session. I
Yes.
mean, Tiasha was there with you from the last
Yes.
session.
Yes, and last
You
semester
told us, no?
you can check the YouTube
Ah.
and you can see how they did a very nice mood court on, what was that, Tiasha? They had done a very nice mood court on how
It was on contract law, Indian contract law.
exemplary damages.
Yes,
है ना?
exemplary
damages.
damages. Yes,
Without
ma'am.
Okay, Indian
me,
Contract Act,
without seeing
1872.
me, the first day itself, they interacted as lawyers. They interacted as, the stakeholders. They interacted as someone who wants compensation. You can see it. I have put it on YouTube, how well they have done it. Okay. Without seeing me, they started first day itself. Okay. So thank you, all of you. Thank you. Very nice it was of all my observers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Team. And yeah, let us see that in the next 4 sessions go very nicely. January 26th is our last day. Okay. So please see to it that maximum of you all are present. See, only 24 right now. I know they are going for interviews and all, but at least this should not be the case, because I'll be taking stringent action, because I'm teaching corporate governance. So if I will not take stringent action,